Hey everybody, Michael with Etail Solutions. Today we're going to talk about Seller Fulfilled Prime. Seller Fulfilled Prime is coming back. For those of you that were a part of the first go round of Seller Fulfilled Prime, it certainly had its issues, had a bunch of challenges, but it is coming back and Amazon has changed a whole bunch of things. Today we're going to run through the list of the major changes. I'm not going to cover everything, but I do have a link in the comments section where you can go and kind of get this cheat sheet. And then of course, if you've got your Seller Central login, you can go and get the details from Amazon themselves. So let's dive in. I wanted to just start by talking about 3 different regional inventory programs that you need to be aware of. And then I'll dig into Seller Fulfilled Prime. So what I will say is this: right now, we don't really have a clear understanding of exactly where Amazon is going with all of this and how it all works together, because these programs are kind of run differently from a technology standpoint. So you have multi-location inventory. Multi-location inventory typically is you've got one listing for it. It's one price nationwide, and but you can dynamically publish your latency by inventory location, so that when the user on Amazon or the consumer on Amazon looks at the listing, they can see how long it's going to take to get there. So there are some advantages to that. Then you've got local delivery, which also can be include BOPIS, or buy online pickup in store. That is where you can define a local geography and not sell outside of that geography if you want. It does require that you have a different listing in order to be able to manage that, however, which can be a little bit tricky from a systems perspective. And that also does mean that that other listing can have a different regional price if you wanted to, but that's a different program. And now we get to Seller Fulfilled Prime. Seller Fulfilled Prime, as you know, allows you to be able to get the Prime badge on your listing and do the fulfillment yourself, as opposed to sending it to Amazon FBA. Now, I haven't seen recent statistics on this, but not so long ago, Amazon's own statistics would tell you that if you have the Prime badge on one listing as opposed to another, the one with the Prime badge actually has a 52% lift in sales because of the nature of the way people browse, right? They go and look at Amazon and they turn that toggle of Prime on and off. So if you are able to get the Prime badge on your listing, it will have a substantial impact on your sales. Again, not sure what the current statistics are on this, but it's something that's impactful either way. So with that said, let's dig into what has changed with this. And I'm going to go off of a sheet here because I don't want to miss anything. And again, this is not to be all-encompassing. Go check out the cheat sheet in the comments below, and also make sure that you check out Amazon as well for the details. But so let's talk about on-time shipment rates. So it was at least 99%. This made it really difficult for anybody to be able to keep up with. Very, very high expectation. This is now no longer applicable. So again, on-time shipment rate is no longer applicable. You used to also have to use the Buy Shipping API to buy shipping in order to do Seller Fulfilled Prime. That is now no longer a requirement as of October 1st. Cancellation rate was no more than 0.5%. This is still the same. So that's one that you still have to stay very much on top of. It's going to be at 0.5%. On-time delivery rate used to be at 97%. Again, fairly tricky to be able to hit that. That has now been reduced to 93.5%. So that's a pretty substantial change. That should make this a bit more achievable for a lot of folks. Valid tracking rate now is at 99%. In other words, you got to be able to upload your tracking data. Delivery coverage was nationwide delivery coverage for all standard size products on Prime enabled shipping templates. Now is all offers from a Prime shipping template, including all size tiers, must provide nationwide delivery to the lower 48 within 1 to 5 days. So that is a very important thing to understand. Again, looking at the other inventory programs, you don't necessarily have to have nationwide coverage. Seller Fulfilled Prime, you do need nationwide coverage. What that means is that to really effectively pull this off, you probably do need multiple fulfillment locations. Otherwise, you're going to end up really paying for expedited shipping on a pretty regular basis. So be aware of that. Now, in terms of how they're rolling this out, there are webinars going on this week that Amazon themselves is putting on that you should probably look up and attend if you can, if this is something you're interested in. But the rough terms of this here is beginning on October 1st, there's going to be, or later, you can do a 30-day trial where they're going to make sure that you have shipped at least 100 packages that meet all the expectations. They're not going to do the Prime badging until after you get through this trial period, as I understand it. But here's the basic requirements. You must have a domestic U.S. address as your default shipping address, have a professional selling account, meet the following criteria over the past 90 days, self-fulfilled at least 100 packages, cancellation rate of less than 2.5%, valid tracking rate greater than 95%, and late shipment rate less than 4%. So that's what we know so far. Again, we don't know how all the programs are going to work together, but Seller Fulfilled Prime is a nationwide program versus the others. You do have some other options in terms of how you publish inventory, how you publish latency, and if you do need to restrict to a certain region, you have some of those options available with the local delivery program. So that's what we know. Hope you find this helpful. Again, you can sort of download the cheat sheet down below. We'll make it available just on, I think, an open blog post. You can go grab it. And if you have any questions on this or want to learn more about how you leverage regionalized inventory and how you set up your publishing allocations and your regional shipping templates, all of those different things in order to take advantage of these programs and drive top-line sales, let us know. We'd love to talk to you. Look us up at www.etailsolutions.com. Again, thanks for your time. Take care.